As you listen to this message at this moment, there is something extraordinary occurring in the spiritual realm. A shift is on the horizon that will alter your love life entirely. Soon, I must inform you that individual will draw nearer to you. This is not mere fantasy. This is not simply optimism. This is a divinely inspired message from God to you right now. Why is it happening now? Why at this precise time? Because your period of waiting has concluded. The phase of preparation has come to a close. God is preparing to influence that person's heart in an irresistible manner. You've sensed it, haven't you? That unease within your spirit. Like a significant change is imminent. Like the universe is aligning in your favor. What you're experiencing isn't just a figment of your imagination. It's a spiritual awareness. God is at work in the background of your existence. He's occupying that person's thoughts. He's reaching into their heart in ways they cannot grasp. And the silence that has existed between the two of you is on the verge of collapse. Let me share with you what is unfolding in the unseen realm. That individual has been thinking about you more frequently than they realize. They've been dreaming of you. They find themselves reflecting on your past conversations. The moments you enjoyed together are coming to mind. These aren't memories that cause pain. These memories are filled with yearning. God is weaving reminders of you into every aspect of their day. A song, a scent, a place you visited together. This isn't mere chance. It's a divine strategy. He's preparing the soil for the space between you to vanish completely. What's magnificent about God's timing is that He is always on time. He never fails to show up. He never comes too late nor too early. When the appropriate moment arrives, everything will flow seamlessly, just like in the narrative of Esther. Are you familiar with her tale? A young woman who became queen yet was separated from the king by royal decrees. She was unable to approach him at will. The law was explicit. Those who approached the king without invitation risked death. Unless he offered his golden scepter, that single act indicated acceptance. It signified, "You are welcome. I desire your presence near me." This is precisely what is about to occur in your life. That individual who now appears so far away, so unattainable, and shielded by their own emotional barriers, is on the verge of dismantling those walls. The period of distance is nearing its end. Why is this happening? Because God is reaching their heart. Just as King Ahasuerus experienced an extraordinary anticipation when he encountered Esther, that individual is currently being influenced by something beyond themselves, something they cannot understand or control. It is God's hand awakening their emotions. Recently, they've been feeling an agitation, a sense that something vital is absent from their existence, a void that yearns to be filled. And guess who fills that emptiness? You. But it doesn't stop there. God is not merely igniting their emotions. He is clearing the path. He is tearing down the barriers. He is softening the pride that has hindered them from acknowledging what they've always known, that you two are destined for one another. What else is unfolding? They are beginning to see you in a new light. Recall how the king viewed Esther with favor. It wasn't due to any physical change in her. It was because God transformed the king's perspective. He started to see her in her true essence, valuable, distinctive, deserving of love. The same transformation is occurring now. That individual is beginning to grasp your worth. They are recognizing attributes in you they once overlooked. They are realizing how significant you are to them. And this is fostering an increasing urge to draw nearer. Have you observed subtle indications such as more frequent communications, lingering gazes, inquiries about your well-being? These actions are not mere coincidences. They signify the arrival of the end of your time apart, much like fissures appearing in a wall on the verge of succumbing. Throughout this prolonged separation, God has been diligently working on both of your hearts. He was readying you to embrace genuine love and equipping them to bestow it upon you. He was shaping your character, enlightening you on the virtues of patience, revealing that true love is worth the wait. At the same time, he was imparting invaluable lessons to them about the significance of your bond. Now both of you stand prepared. They are prepared. The moment has arrived. Do you recall what transpired when Esther finally approached the king? He didn't simply raise the scepter. He inquired, "What is it you desire? Even half of my kingdom I'll give you." He opened himself up entirely. He extended everything he possessed. And that's precisely what is on the horizon for you. That individual won't merely shatter the silence. They will dismantle every barrier they constructed. They are going to wholly offer their heart to you. When God influences a heart, it is always fully. Allow me to emphasize an important point. When that wall crumbles, it will differ significantly from everything you've experienced thus far. It will not revolve around neediness or desperation. It will ground itself in mutual recognition, emotional maturity, and true love. Both of you have undergone growth during this period apart. You both have acquired essential insights. Now a much deeper connection is within reach than ever before. They discovered your worth in the time you spent apart. They realized that authentic connections are infrequent and invaluable. They understood that what you shared was too precious to squander on pride or fear. Now they are primed to honor that. They are prepared to fight for it. They are ready to genuinely surrender. I sense in the spirit that the reunion will unfold in a manner that will astonish you. It will neither be forced nor calculated. Instead, it will emerge naturally, spontaneously, authentically. It will be as if they finally awakened from a deep slumber and recognized what has always been before them. Perhaps they will reach out first to discuss something seemingly trivial. Maybe they'll devise some excuse to reestablish communication. Or they might even take a more straightforward approach and candidly confess that they can't continue without you in their life. Regardless of how it transpires, it will be sincere. It will be genuine. And it will mark the dawn of a completely new chapter for both of you. What I need you to realize is that this entire experience isn't merely about resuming your conversations. It's about reconnecting on a much deeper level. It's about constructing something more substantial, more mature, more authentic. During your absence, that individual experienced profound internal changes. They reevaluated their choices. They reassessed their priorities. They reached an inescapable conclusion: you are too significant to be lost. They came to understand that some bonds surpass the mundane. Certain people leave indelible imprints on the soul that cannot be erased. True love isn't something encountered at every turn. And when it is found, it must be cherished and safeguarded. That's why I assert with absolute confidence that the phase of separation is concluding. Because God has already finished the work intended for their heart. All barriers have been lifted. The way has been prepared for a reunion in the most beautiful manner imaginable. When that moment arrives, you'll come to appreciate that all the waiting was worthwhile. The struggles you faced were essential for both of you to achieve this level of emotional and spiritual maturity. You will realize that God had an impeccable plan from the start. Just as Esther underwent a period of preparation involving 3 days of fasting and prayer, you too experienced your own phase of preparation. This entire duration of distant silence and perceived rejection served as your time for spiritual and emotional growth. It was during this time that God was getting your heart ready to receive what He always intended to provide you: mature, authentic, enduring love. And just as King Ahasuerus' heart was supernaturally moved upon seeing Esther, the heart of this individual is currently being touched. They are experiencing emotions in a manner they cannot articulate or deny. They are being readied to do what their pride never allowed them to pursue, taking the first step. Extending the emotional scepter. Acknowledging that you are too vital to be lost. In Esther's narrative, the scripture reveals that when the king beheld her, she gained favor in his sight. This wasn't due to any physical change. It didn't stem from her engaging in some different action. It was because God instigated a transformation in the king's viewpoint. And that's precisely what is transpiring now. God is creating a shift in how that person perceives you. They are beginning to regard you differently. With recognition, with appreciation, with eyes of love they had previously tried to suppress, but which are now surging forth. When Esther presented herself before the throne, uncertainty loomed. She didn't know if she would be welcomed or rejected. She had no idea if the king would extend the scepter or if she would face punishment for her audacity in approaching him. But she had faith in God's timing. And at that precise divine moment, the king did not just extend the scepter, but opened himself to her completely. As I convey this profound truth to you, I sense a deep connection between this forthcoming reunion and our genuine ability to receive true love. Perhaps you feel, even though you believe this person will return, that lingering wounds from past relationships still weigh on your heart. I've observed many individuals face challenges in manifesting the love they yearn for due to unresolved emotional trauma. If you feel that limiting patterns may obstruct your ability to be fully ready for the love awaiting you, I have created a special resource titled How to Attract and Recognize True Love. This material addresses how to mend those past wounds and cultivate the self-love necessary for complete readiness when this person reaches out to you. You'll find this gift in the first pinned comment. If it's meant for you, it will resonate with you. And returning to Esther's tale, can you grasp the enormity of what occurred? The king not only accepted Esther, but he offered all he possessed. This seeming distance from that person will soon dissolve as they do the same for you. They will not just approach, they will unveil themselves in a manner that will surprise you. For when God moves in someone's heart, it is never halfway. When He orchestrates reconciliation, restoration, or reunion, He makes it profound, comprehensive, and transformative. Just as the king was ready to give half his kingdom to Esther, this individual will offer their heart wholly to you. They will surrender entirely without reservations, devoid of fears and free of games. In the spirit, I perceive the rapid approach of distance dissipating. God is finalizing the last details. He is removing the final hurdles. He is crafting the ideal setting for your reunion. And when it happens, it will feel as if all the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle have finally locked into place. Everything will come together. All the waiting, the suffering, and the uncertainty will find their purpose. You will see that God was weaving a narrative of love more exquisite than you could have envisioned. A narrative in which separation was merely a necessary chapter, allowing you to reconnect in a more mature and authentic manner. How do you prepare for this impending approach? Much like Esther did. With a pure heart, with sincere intentions, and with unwavering faith in God's flawless timing. Forgive any wounds you still bear. Let go of any resentment you have clung to. Cleanse your soul of any bitterness that may have accrued throughout this waiting period. Prepare your heart to receive mature, genuine, lasting love. Because this is not merely about resuming discussions. It's about commencing an entirely new chapter in your lives. A chapter where both of you recognize the value in what you possess. Where you are both eager to love without pretense, without masks, and without fear. Where both of you can surrender completely because you know that what you share is real and mutual. God is restoring what seemed irretrievably lost, but not in the same way it once was. Instead, it will manifest in a far superior manner. Stronger, more profound, more genuine, and more mature. It resembles a fractured bone that once healed becomes stronger at the sight of the break. Your relationship is about to become fortified precisely where it appeared to have irrevocably fractured. And what makes me so confident about all of this? It's because I can perceive in the spirit what is unfolding in your circumstances. I can witness God's movements actively working to bring you both together. At this very moment, He is touching that person's heart. He is eliminating the last remnants of resistance that remained. He is setting the stage for a moment to occur naturally and authentically. Perhaps it will be through an unexpected message they send your way. Perhaps it will be an unplanned meeting that has divine intention behind it. Maybe it will be a phone call they didn't intend to make but felt compelled to do so. The exact manner in which it occurs is insignificant. What truly matters is that it will happen. And it will take place at the most opportune time in just the right way with the perfect intensity. When it does, you will recognize it as God's hand at work. Everything will flow seamlessly. It will feel genuine. There will be no pretense or forced interactions. It will seem as natural as anything can be. Like a river finally reaching the ocean, you two will come together and everything will click into place. The entirety of your journey, all the waiting and the personal growth that transpired during your time apart, will make sense. In that moment, you will realize that you have evolved into better individuals during this separation. You will understand the value of true love. You will have cultivated emotional maturity, and you will be prepared to build something strong and lasting together. Are you ready for this? Is your heart open? Is your faith unwavering? Because this is about to unfold. The end of separation is approaching like an unstoppable wave. The scepter will be raised high. Barriers will be dismantled. The silence that hung heavily will be broken for good. Just as Esther presented herself before the king with poise and faith, you don't have to force anything either. Just keep your heart receptive and your faith resilient. God is managing all the intricate details in the background. He is orchestrating every piece on the chessboard of your lives. He is crafting the ideal conditions for you to reunite in a beautiful, organic manner. When that moment arrives, you will look back and realize that every tear you shed was essential. Every night spent awake. Every instant of uncertainty. Every prayer you offered. All of this was necessary to reach this moment of total restoration. At this very moment, I am sensing a strong vibration. A frequency that suggests many of you are at an emotional crossroads. If you feel that the time has come to prepare yourself fully, not just idly waiting for that person to return, but truly healing everything that still aches within your heart, there is a path of transformation awaiting you. You are worthy of being absolutely ready to embrace the mature and authentic love that is coming your way. The Guide. How to attract and recognize true love provides the profound preparation your soul seeks. The time to take action has arrived. Your heart is already aware of this. You can locate it in the first pinned comment. This isn't merely a motivational message to uplift your spirits. It's not just a feel-good thought to provide temporary comfort. This is a true prophetic message. It's God speaking directly to you through these words. He is communicating to you in this very moment. I heard every prayer you uttered. I witnessed every tear you shed. I understand all the desires that dwell in your heart. And I am responding right now in my perfect timing. The period of lonely waiting is definitively over. The era of reunion has commenced with full force. Get yourself ready emotionally. Prepare spiritually, because the time of separation has concluded. That individual who has been on your mind in your prayers and woven into your deepest dreams will dismantle every obstacle they built. They will break down the wall of silence once and for all. They will reach out with a hand that appeared it would never open again. They will unlock a heart that seemed sealed forever. And when that moment arrives, you will know without a doubt that it was God's hand guiding everything in the background of your life. Very soon that person will draw near to you. And when they do, it will be for eternity. If this content has resonated with you, and you believe it deserves to reach a wider audience, you can help support this channel in a simple way. Just click the thanks button below this video and make a contribution. Any amount, no matter how small, significantly helps keep this space alive. And even if you are unable to contribute right now, your presence here is already a tremendous gift. Thank you for sharing this journey together. God declares that the meeting is much nearer than you realize. This is not by chance. It serves as a celestial affirmation that what appeared to be delayed is on the verge of realization. If you have discovered this video at this specific moment, it is not mere luck. God is conveying a message to your spirit. Perhaps you have invested years in anticipation, years in faith, and now a voice inquires, has my chance passed? Yet today, I have a prophetic message for you. The timing of God is never out of date. While the world keeps track of years, God focuses on purposes. Where you perceive delays, God views it as preparation. Today, the Holy Spirit aims to reassure you that the meeting which once seemed unattainable is nearer than your physical sight allows you to perceive. How often have you found yourself contemplating, God, has my time slipped away? How frequently have you gazed into the mirror and mumbled, perhaps I've lost my opportunity? How many times has your heart settled for the notion that some promises simply aren't yours? But allow me to share something that will transform your outlook. God does not abide by the same timelines we adhere to. God's time operates on kairos, not chronos. It signifies the precise moment, not just the passage of time. It heralds the time of fulfillment, not one of haste. As stated in Luke chapter 1, verse 37, it is asserted that nothing will be impossible with God. Pay attention. It doesn't say almost nothing or some things. It affirms that nothing will be impossible. This encompasses that promise you have safeguarded in your heart. This pertains to that meeting you have long awaited. This relates to the restoration that feels too far away. What you label as too late, God recognizes as the optimal timing arriving. What you deem impossible at this stage of life, God identifies as a miracle underway. What you refer to as a lost chance, God perceives as divine preparation actively in operation. Let me share a tale that will resonate profoundly with your spirit. Once there was a pair named Zechariah and Elizabeth. They were not an eager young couple brimming with aspirations and future dreams. Instead, they were a couple whom society had already deemed past their prime. Zechariah served as a priest, dedicating himself to God on a daily basis. Elizabeth, his wife, was a righteous woman revered in faith, yet bore the silent heartache of barrenness. In a society where childlessness was viewed as a curse, Elizabeth had learned to bear the burden of others' critical gazes. They prayed for decades. They waited through many years. They held on to their belief that God had a plan. However, as the years drifted by, the vision of becoming parents appeared to fade away along with their youth. Until one fateful day, while Zechariah was attending to his temple duties, the unthinkable took place. The angel Gabriel manifested and delivered words that transformed everything. "Zechariah, do not fear, for your prayer has been acknowledged." Did you catch that? Your prayer has been acknowledged. In the past tense, God's silence didn't indicate forgetfulness. It implied preparation. Heaven never disregards your prayers. From the moment they requested, God was orchestrating a miracle behind the curtain of eternity. Elizabeth conceived John the Baptist. It was not merely a child. He was the precursor to the Messiah. He was destined to pave the way for the Lord. Their union was not just romantic. It carried a prophetic significance that would influence humanity at large. As declared in Isaiah 60 verse 22, "I am the Lord. In due time I will act swiftly." God was not late. He acted in perfect synchrony with the eternal design. Now, let's discuss the spiritual indicators that your meeting is nearer than you think. These signs are not ordinary. They are insights drawn from the narrative of Zechariah and Elizabeth, tailored for your life today. The first indicator is the revival of old prayers in your memory. Have you experienced something unusual lately? Suddenly, a prayer from years gone by has resurfaced in your mind. A dream you kept hidden is now coming back unexpectedly. This isn't merely nostalgia. It's the Holy Spirit reigniting your faith. In Luke 1 verse 13, the angel declared, "Your prayer has been acknowledged." In Greek's perfect tense, this implies that it was heard in the past and continues to be heard up to now. Heaven does not suffer from spiritual forgetfulness. That prayer you offered at 20 still resonates at the throne. That plea you murmured at 30 remains alive in God's remembrance. Here's a practical step. Jot down which past prayer has recently re-emerged in your thoughts. This is no coincidence. It is divine preparation. Brace yourself as this next sign may stir your emotions even more. The second indicator is a shift in the natural timing of occurrences. Have you noticed that circumstances that previously stagnated for years have suddenly begun to progress? Opportunities emerging unexpectedly, the right individuals appearing just when needed. Open doors presenting themselves without effort. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 states that to everything there is a season. But when God chooses to hasten matters, the impossible begins to unfold naturally. Elizabeth became pregnant at a time when it was biologically implausible. But when God orchestrates the transitions in your life, even the natural world concedes to His designs. If you notice changes in areas once stagnant, ready your spirit. God is adjusting the components of your life's jigsaw. What appeared lifeless is coming back to life. What once felt unattainable is awakening. Many miss this detail, yet it stands out as one of the clearest indications from God. The third indication is the struggle with doubt and skepticism within yourself. It may surprise you to know that one of the signs of an extraordinary movement from God is when you question if it can truly happen. Zechariah, despite being a priest and receiving visitation from an angel, still inquired, "How shall I know this?" His disbelief did not nullify the miracle, but merely caused a slight delay in his full engagement. If you're battling an inner voice proclaiming that this won't happen for you, recognize that such resistance could signal that you're on the brink of experiencing the supernatural. Our earthly reasoning struggles to grasp God's methods. Reflect practically. Which closures in your life might signify God's rescue? Perhaps He is prepping you for something greater. However, brace yourself, for this fourth clue will be even more precise. The fourth sign pertains to the arrival of external validation. After Elizabeth became pregnant, she received recognition from her community. In Luke 1, verse 58, it states that her neighbors and family learned of the great mercy the Lord had shown her and rejoiced with her. Have you encountered external affirmations? Are people expressing that God has something remarkable in store for you? Are you receiving messages from others? Is your vision validated by what you experience? When God is ready to act, He communicates not just to you, but through those around you as well. External affirmation strengthens your faith in what lies ahead. Share in the comments if you've already received external validation about your forthcoming relationship. And here comes the most potent sign of all. The fifth indication emphasizes a grander purpose being unveiled. The meeting of Zechariah and Elizabeth brought forth John the Baptist, who readied the way for Jesus. It transcended their individual stories, tapping into God's everlasting intention for mankind. Do you sense that your coming together is more significant than just the two of you? Is there a feeling of a larger mission at play? The understanding that you can do something impactful together serves as a profound prophetic sign. God is crafting not just a relationship for you, but a ministry, a legacy, a purpose. The union acts as a means to a grander end. It serves as a stage for a more significant endeavor that God wishes to accomplish through both of you. Now, I would like to pose some heartfelt questions. Have you ever wished for something yet surrendered to the notion that perhaps the moment had passed? What if God is still orchestrating the ideal timing? What if what you perceive as delay is merely preparation in God's eyes? Have you accepted a life of solitude, believing that your chance has slipped away? What if the true opportunity is still on its way? What if God is designing someone exceptional for you, justifying every moment of waiting you've endured? Have you gazed at your current reality and assumed that certain blessings are no longer meant for you? What if God intends to use the wisdom you've gained through your struggles to create something even more remarkable? As it says in Psalm 126, verse 5, "Those who plant seed with tears will harvest joyful songs." Every tear shed during your wait served a purpose. It was a seed sown for your future bounty. As I share these principles, I sense many are recognizing within their souls a profound wound that needs mending before this divine encounter can occur. You might be burdened by past relationship scars that hinder your ability to trust again, or perhaps you battle an inner voice suggesting you're unworthy of real love. With care, I've crafted a special gift titled How to Attract and Recognize True Love, a guide designed to assist you in healing emotional wounds and nurturing the self-love required to draw in and maintain the loving relationship God has prepared for you. This resource can be found in the first pinned comment, as I know many here require this inner healing before experiencing the miracle of connection. If this resonates with you, you'll feel it in your spirit. But let me unveil something insightful about God's workings behind the scenes of your life. A divine process is unfolding that you should comprehend. First, God doesn't merely arrange the meeting, He's readying you for it. Each disappointment you faced removed what wasn't aligned with your destiny. Every relationship that didn't flourish eliminated detrimental patterns that could disrupt the genuine one. Each solo phase has fostered your personal identity, ensuring you won't lose your essence in future unions. In Isaiah 43, verse 18-19, God states that His timing isn't governed by human pace, but by spiritual readiness. You are now prepared in ways you weren't previously. Secondly, a heavenly synchronization is unfolding. While you're undergoing transformation, the individual meant for you is also on their own journey of preparation. You are both being readied simultaneously, even without awareness of one another. It's akin to two rivers flowing divergently, destined to converge precisely where God has orchestrated. Thirdly, God is aligning not just people, but also locations and timings. Perhaps specific cities, jobs, or environments are necessary for you. Every transition you've made, even those that seemed arbitrary, could be pieces of a divine puzzle falling into place. And here's a perspective that could revolutionize your understanding. The adversary is aware when you're near fulfillment. Hence, the final assaults can be the most intense. If you've encountered greater discouragement, temptations to throw in the towel, voices claiming your moment has waned, this could indicate you're nearing the finish line. Romans 8 verse 28 assures us that in all circumstances God works for the good of those who love Him. Even the adversities are contributing to your benefit, fortifying your faith to receive the impending miracle. Let me share the story of Maria, aged 52, who had married young, facing a painful divorce afterward. Devoting 15 years to her children, work, and church, she convinced herself that true love was a thing of the past. However, during a business trip, she encountered Robert, a 55-year-old widower. Both felt that it was too late for significant love, but God had other intentions. A friendship blossomed into the most profound love both had ever experienced. Now they lead a ministry for couples in their maturity. I also met a 28-year-old man who believed he would never experience genuine love due to the short-lived nature of his past relationships. He ceased searching until at a spiritual retreat, he met someone aligned in purpose. Today they are married, proving that God writes unique stories at every stage of life. Truly, God never squanders your waiting periods. He transforms them into understanding depth and beauty that can benefit others additionally. In this moment of renewed hope, I want you to be aware of the actionable steps to heal past wounds and genuinely ready yourself to receive the love God has in store for you. The guide, How to Attract and Recognize True Love, was crafted specifically for individuals like you who feel on the verge of something extraordinary, yet need liberation from old habits that might undermine the blessing. This isn't just another resource. It's a comprehensive blueprint on how to transmute your suffering into preparation, your scars into wisdom, and your wait into attraction for precisely the right person who will cherish your heart. Many who have applied these principles have experienced transformative encounters in a matter of weeks. The time to act is now. While your heart remains open and ready, this guide awaits you in the first pinned comment. Now I wish to prophesy over your life. The meeting is not a matter of if, but when. It's not about possibility, but divine timing. What was inscribed in heaven regarding you has not been nullified by the years gone by. The disappointments you endured didn't erase it. The naysayers who claimed you dreamt too grandly didn't revoke it. Psalm 37 verse 23 proclaims, "The Lord directs the steps of those who find joy in Him." Every faithful step you took, every hopeful prayer uttered, every tear shed in faith has been recorded in heaven. God is already maneuvering pieces you cannot perceive. He is constructing paths beyond your imagination. He desires you to comprehend why your wait was necessary. While you watch this video, prayers are being addressed in realms unseen. Hearts are undergoing conditioning. Destinies are being arranged. The individual God has chosen for you is simultaneously being shaped, learning, growing, and preparing to recognize you when your paths cross. I feel in the spirit that for some, this meeting is not years away, it's only months. For a few, it could be just weeks. For others, it may be but days distant. Yet for all those watching this video with faith, I prophesy that the encounter is closer than you envision. Trust in God's timing, because what has been decreed in heaven will soon manifest on earth. Cease counting the years that have passed and begin tallying the blessings on the horizon. Distract yourself from pondering the delay. Instead, prepare for the realization. Put away the question of why it takes so long and start proclaiming gratitude for the best is yet to come. God assures you that the meeting is nearer than you realize, and when it unfolds, you will recognize that every bit of waiting was worthwhile. Amen. If this message has touched your journey and you believe it merits reaching a wider audience, you can support this channel in a straightforward manner. Simply click the thanks button below the video to contribute. Any donation, regardless of size, significantly aids in sustaining this space. Even if you're unable to do so now, your presence here remains a profound gift. I am grateful for our togetherness. God is communicating with you right now, and the message He has for you today will reach the most profound depths of your soul. The moment you've been longing for, the one you've been seeking in prayer, the one that sometimes appears unattainable, is nearer than you might realize. You may have encountered this notion before. I understand if you are weary from the waiting, from holding on to faith, from trusting in the journey, but I want to present you with a fresh perspective today. I will share a story from the scriptures that is seldom referenced in discussions about relationships, yet it perfectly illustrates how God operates behind the scenes in your life. This tale involves Elisha and a woman from Shunem. Once you grasp the essence of this narrative, you will see that God is already orchestrating events on your behalf to facilitate your long-awaited encounter. Let's explore 2 Kings chapter 4. Elisha was a mighty prophet of God, renowned for performing miracles, yet he traveled incessantly from one town to another. With no permanent residence or family of his own, he lived a life marked by constant journeying devoted to serving God, yet perpetually in a state of flux. Can you relate this to your own experience? You might be serving God, fulfilling your role, but still sensing an absence, as if you are traversing through life without ever truly reaching your emotional destination. Now we arrive at the moving aspect of the tale. In Shunem, there resided a woman whose name is not specified in the scriptures, but one thing is clear: she was notable, not merely affluent, but also influential, driven by her own sense of purpose. She led a well-ordered life with a stable home, yet deep down she felt a void. This brings us to the first insight God wishes to impart to you today. The encounter God is crafting will not be between two incomplete individuals striving to fulfill each other's needs. Instead, it will involve two individuals who already possess worth and a sense of purpose, who together will create something far greater than their individual selves. The Shunammite woman took notice of Elisha as he regularly passed by her residence. She observed him closely. She recognized his character, noticed the way he lived, and understood the divine anointing upon him. Then she took a decisive step that transformed everything. She resolved to invest in their relationship even before knowing what it would yield. "Let's construct a small room on the roof," she suggested to her husband. "We'll prepare a space for this man of God to rest when he visits." Here's a profound principle that God desires for you to internalize today. At times, God asks you to create emotional space for an encounter before it occurs. Have you done this? Have you opened your heart in preparation for someone significant? Or are you still living with the belief that solitude is your fate, safeguarding emotional barriers, avoiding vulnerability, and erecting walls instead of building bridges? The Shunammite woman did more than merely watch Elisha pass by. She made arrangements for him to feel at home. When Elisha learned of her actions, he desired to reciprocate. "What can I do for you?" he inquired. Here's the beauty in her response. She didn't request anything. She didn't pursue him, didn't express despair, didn't create drama around the situation. Instead, she replied, "I dwell in peace among my people." What an intriguing reply. It reflects the voice of someone who is fulfilled in God, understanding her identity, not pursuing a relationship from a place of need or desperation. It is the response of a person who knows her worth and her standing. However, Gehazi, Elisha's servant, noticed something she hadn't revealed. She has no child, and her husband is old, he observed. Then Elisha acted in a prophetic manner. He summoned the woman and proclaimed, "Within a year, you will embrace a son." Do you grasp the profound nature of this event? Elisha did not guarantee her a husband, since she already had one. Instead, he assured her the realization of a dream she had long cherished, yet which seemed unattainable due to earthly obstacles. And what does this signify for you today? It implies that God is not merely orchestrating a romantic meeting for you. He is also bringing to fruition dreams you have ceased to even utter in prayer. Perhaps you have ceased to envision a family. Perhaps you have relinquished the thought of creating something significant with someone special. Maybe you have persuaded yourself that the moment has passed, that circumstances are unfavorable, that it is too late. However, God is conveying to you today that at the right moment, you will experience what you have not even dared to request anymore. The Shunammite woman reacted in disbelief. "No, my lord, man of God, do not mislead your servant." She found it hard to accept that something so improbable could occur, and maybe you are feeling the same way right now. As though it were impossible for someone to genuinely love you, as if finding someone who comprehends you, who aligns with your values, who journeys alongside you in fulfilling God's design, were unattainable. But do you know what transpired? Precisely a year later, she cradled her child in her arms. The promise came to pass at the exact time God had ordained. And here lies another powerful insight for your life. The moment God is preparing for you will not merely be an encounter. It will embody the realization of a promise He has already declared about your life. But the narrative does not end here. A few years later, that boy fell ill and died. The Shunammite woman hurried to Elisha with her lifeless child in her embrace. "And do you know what?" she exclaimed. "Did I ask my Lord for a son? Did I not warn you? Do not deceive me. Here is a truth that can liberate your heart. Even when it appears that God has made a promise, only to retract it, even when you connect with someone special, who then withdraws, even when it feels as though your hope has betrayed you, God never abandons His purposes for your life." Elisha visited the woman's home and restored the boy to life. What once appeared lost was fully revived. Imagine if I told you that God desires to resuscitate the dreams in your life that you had already deemed dead. Dreams of authentic companionship, true intimacy, and establishing something everlasting with a partner who loves God as deeply as you do. The moment God is preparing for you will breathe life into aspects of your heart that you were unaware were dormant. Now, allow me to illustrate the signs that indicate this encounter is closer than you realize based on the story we just explored. First sign, you are experiencing a spiritual shift. Just as Elisha was perpetually on the move, you may sense that your life is evolving, that God is ushering you from one phase into another. Embrace this transformative sensation rather than resisting it. It is preparation for the new phase ahead. Second sign, you have begun to create space. Just as the Shunammite woman constructed her room, perhaps you've observed yourself tidying your environment, improving self-care, and focusing on personal development. This is not a mere coincidence. It is prophetic preparation. Third sign, you are no longer in a state of desperation. Like the Shunammite woman, you are learning to dwell securely among those around you. You are no longer pursuing anyone or settling for less. You have become whole in God, and it is precisely from this place that He performs the most extraordinary miracles. As I discuss these indicators that God is revealing in your life, my heart is filled with warmth, because I know many of you are recognizing these realities. If you resonate deeply with this waiting period, with this sense of preparation for something greater, I want to share something that profoundly transformed my journey and that of many I mentor. I have noticed a pattern among those who undergo these authentic encounters. They first heal the emotional wounds that hindered them from recognizing and welcoming true love. I have crafted a thoughtful gift, a guide entitled How to Attract and Recognize True Love, which precisely explains how to move past traumas and patterns that sabotage us, nurture the self-love required to draw someone special close, and align spiritually with the divine encounter God is orchestrating. This gift awaits you in the first pinned comment of this video. If it resonates with you, you'll recognize it. However, returning to the indicators that God has revealed concerning the imminent nature of this encounter, fourth sign, dreams you considered impossible are resurfacing in your heart. Perhaps you have begun to dream again about marriage, family, and true companionship. When God is on the brink of fulfilling a promise, He first stirs the desires in your heart. Fifth sign, you are experiencing emotional rebirths. Past wounds are healing. Harmful patterns are dissolving. You are evolving into a better version of yourself. God consistently prepares individuals before preparing them for the encounter. I wish to emphasize a specific message regarding timing. The Shunammite woman waited precisely 1 year for her promise to be fulfilled. In your life, God likewise has a defined time established for this encounter. Do you want to know why you can trust this timing? Because God is not only preparing you, He is also preparing the other person. Think about it. At this very moment, there is someone somewhere praying for the same desires you hold. Someone is seeking God to find a partner who loves Him wholeheartedly. Someone is preparing themselves emotionally, spiritually, and practically for a serious and devoted relationship centered around God. Both of you are being readied in tandem. When the time set by God arrives, your paths will intertwine in such a way that you will recognize it was God who united you. But in the interim, I must offer you an exhortation drawn from the Shunammite woman's story. Do not lose your individuality while waiting. She continued to be a remarkable woman, maintained her household, and lived with intention. She did not halt her life to anticipate a miracle. She engaged fully in life while waiting. You must do the same. Keep pursuing your aspirations, continue serving God, and strive for personal growth. The meeting God is arranging is intended to be between two whole individuals rather than two incomplete halves looking to fulfill one another. Perhaps you're wondering, what if it takes longer than I anticipate? What if I'm not as young as I used to be? What if I've missed my chance? Allow me to remind you of a key point. The husband of the Shunammite woman was already advanced in age. However, that did not stop God from bringing forth the promise of a child. For God, there is no such thing as lost time or opportunities squandered. If you are reading this now, it signifies that God's timing for action in your life is still very much alive. The promise remains, the purpose endures, and the meeting is still being arranged. Additionally, it's possible that this encounter will manifest in a way that differs greatly from your expectations. You might think you'll meet someone through a dating application, at a gathering, or in church setting. But what if it resembles the meeting of Elisha and the Shunammite woman? Could it be someone already present in your life? Someone you recognize, yet the right moment for a genuine encounter has yet to arise? Perhaps it's a colleague you've only ever seen in a professional context, but God has a unique situation in store to reveal both of your hearts. It might be someone from your gym apartment or social circle, who up until now has merely been an acquaintance, but God's timing is approaching to deepen that bond. The connection could be physically closer than you think. It might involve someone who is already woven into your life, part of your routine and reality. Yet the divine spark for a true connection hasn't ignited just yet. I want to share a prophetic word regarding how this meeting will substantially differ from your past experiences. First, it will unfold organically as opposed to being forced, akin to the Shunammite woman who simply created a welcoming space for Elisha without any pressure. The genuine encounter will flow freely without you needing to contrive situations or disguise your true self. Secondly, it will prioritize character over mere attraction. The Shunammite woman recognized that Elisha was a man of integrity. She acknowledged his character before anything else. The connection that God is orchestrating will be with someone who will cherish you for who you truly are in God. Thirdly, it will be rooted in a shared mission. Elisha and the Shunammite woman came together with God's purpose at the forefront. The relationship that awaits you will be founded on strong principles of faith and a unified vision. Fourth, it will lead to multiplication rather than simple addition. Their interaction brought forth new life, quite literally. The relationship God is nurturing for you will enhance your ability to touch lives, serve the kingdom, and embrace happiness. Lastly, it will be enduring and resilient in the face of challenges. But even when despair struck with the loss of the child and everything appeared lost, the faith of the Shunammite woman and Elisha's anointing brought about complete restoration. What God is preparing for you will possess the strength to endure life's tribulations. I feel in my spirit that many of you are receiving profound insights on how to genuinely prepare for the love that's on its way. I must admit, my heart swells with anticipation as I witness so many signs manifesting in your lives right now. If you believe it's time to finally break free from patterns that have hindered you from experiencing true love, then the guide, How to Attract and Recognize True Love, will illuminate the entire journey for you. Don't allow fear or past wounds to rob you of what God has reserved for you. This resource can be found in the first pinned comment. And trust me, your heart already senses whether the moment has come to take this leap. Now I wish to pray with you and offer a prophetic prayer for this upcoming encounter. Father, I declare that the meeting you have prepared is drawing near for those tuned in to my words. Just as you united Elisha and the Shunammite woman, I believe you are arranging divine encounters. Lord, I ask that while this person awaits, they continue to grow in you emotionally and spiritually, readying themselves. May they hold fast to the dreams you've instilled in their heart concerning family companionship and forging something eternal with you at the center. I also pray for the person you are preparing to join their journey, Lord. Work within their heart as well. Mold and heal them, address the wounds that require attention, and develop the character that must be cultivated. When the moment is right, Father, allow their paths to cross in a supernatural manner so that both will recognize it as divine design, not mere coincidence. In Jesus' name, I declare that the encounter is set, the time is imminent, and the promise shall be fulfilled. Amen. I would also like to leave you with an encouraging thought. In the coming days, pay attention to the preparations God is orchestrating in your life. Notice the internal shifts, external transformations, the doors that are slowly opening, and the opportunities emerging. God always lays the groundwork before introducing the principal characters. Remain steadfast in your small commitments. Keep nurturing yourself. Continue to grow spiritually. Aspire to be the individual you would wish to meet. Diligence in your preparation shapes the quality of the encounter. And above all, do not waver in your belief. I recognize that waiting can be exhausting. There are moments when it may feel as though nothing will ever materialize. Yet remember the Shunammite woman. She almost lost faith when Elisha mentioned the child, yet precisely 1 year later, she held her miracle. Your relational miracle also has a date marked on God's calendar, and that date is nearing closer than what you can perceive with the naked eye. Thus, I urge you to make a choice today. Choose to wait with anticipation, not anxiety. Choose to prepare with joy, not desperation. Choose to believe with faith, not fear. Because the God who brought Elisha and the Shunammite woman together is the same God who is crafting the most beautiful meeting of your life. When that moment arrives, you will look back and see that every day of waiting, every tear shed, every prayer offered, all contributed to God's immaculate plan to provide you not only with love, but with a companion to build an eternal legacy. God is affirming that the meeting is established, the time is set, and the promise is secure. Just continue to trust in me. If this message has impacted your journey and you believe it should reach others, you can contribute to this channel in a straightforward way. Simply click the thanks button below the video to make a donation. Any support, no matter how small, significantly helps in sustaining this space. And even if you're unable to contribute right now, your presence here is already a tremendous gift. I am grateful to have you here.